Hello, and welcome to another Total War Warhammer guide. Today we are looking at one of the special characters for the Beastmen army, and that's Malagor the Dark Omen. Just a little top tip for you today is that if any of your friends are nicknamed the Dark Omen, they're probably not a very nice person. Just to let you know, just in case you're wondering. So an absolutely fantastic character model. Those wings are superb. Absolutely superb. He looks like a dude. I like the skeleton strapped to his staff is amazing. So, he is a spellcaster. He's got nature magic, which is my favourite of the Beastmen. If you haven't checked out the Bray Shaman guide I did, go check that out, because I go through all three of the magic schools in that. And, yeah, nature is my favourite, and we'll go through the spells, and I'll show you why it's my favourite. So, first off, he's a spellcaster. Who would have thought? And he has 4,500 hit points. He's very low armoured. He is not a fighty character. Do not get him in a fight. He's got leadership of 65, okay. Speed 37, which is pretty good. It allows him to get around the battlefield to cast those spells. Melee attack and defense of 40 and 35. Weapon strength of 300. 90 of that is armor piercing. And a charge bonus of 40. So, as I said, not a fighty character, but you can, at a push, if you just need a little flank charge just to finish off a unit, you can use it. Just be very careful he doesn't get swamped by troops, because he will go down pretty quick. So, as with all individual characters, he's got the missile resistance of 15%. He's a leader, so he gets that leadership bonus. He can also hide in the woods, because who doesn't want to hide in woods? Primal Fury is all Beastmen get with the melee attack, charge bonus, speed, and immune to psychology. Loving that. And so here we go. So I love the name of this. Something wicked this way comes. It's fucking Jesus Christ. I've forgotten his name. It's Yoda. Jesus. Right. Something wicked this way comes is a hex that you don't have to cast it. It's all constant. It's affects enemies within 60 meters of himself, and -4 leadership. And we'll talk about how to use him in a battle after we've gone through the spells individually. But that's a nice little bonus, Brucey bonus to have. Then you've got Unholy Power, which is another constant that increases power reserves and power recharge rate, meaning you can cast more spells. Gotta love that. Now, this is the single best reason why I love nature magic, is that it has Bestial Surge, which is another constant. You don't have to cast it, but it's map-wide range. It affects all your allies, even if they're vanguarded on the other side of the map. And it's plus 24% speed and plus 10% vigor. 24% speed for a hit-and-run army, a quick army with centaurs and stuff like that, is ridiculous. Next up, we've got Vial Tide, which is an explosion spell that goes in. It's good against those big units. 200 meter range, not too bad. Doesn't do a massive amount of damage, but it's pretty good. Especially disrupts the enemy line. Then we've got Devolve, which is a debuff again against multiple units, and this is a debuff to their -8 leadership, which is really, really nice. It's only got 100 meter range, but it does affect units within 30 meters. So once the enemy is clumped together, you can use that leadership debuff. Is really nice. It can turn a fight. Then you've got Traitorkin, which is a direct damage area spell, 200 meter range. You can cast it on the ground or an enemy unit, and it gives -24 speed. So this is really, really good, and it's got a 30 meter range as well, so it's going to affect multiple units, and it's really, really good for slowing down a dangerous unit or slowing down one flank of their main army line, just so you can maybe hit the other and then just roll over from the side. Really good tactical benefits to using that spell. Next up, we've got the breath weapon, which is called Bray's Scream. It does a lot of damage, but it's very short ranged, and as I always say with these breath weapons, if you're using it, then you're very close to combat, and you want to be careful. It can be really good for breaking an enemy unit that's just about to go anyway. You can even get around the flank of a big battle that's going on and cast it right across the back line, which is devastating. Just be careful of the friendly fire. Then we got Mantle of Gerak, which is an augment spell that lasts for 55 seconds and has you can only cast it on a single ally unit within 200 meters, and it does have the chance of causing damage to that unit, but once it's cast, you get plus 58 melee attack and plus 44% weapon damage. It's massive. I like to cast this on my Minotaurs just so they could wreck faces. It's hilarious. Next up, we've got Savage Dominion. It's a very expensive spell, this one. It's 16 power, so you want to cast it early on in the battle, before anything happens, before anybody's in range. Cast this spell so you can regenerate those power points for other spells. And it spawns a Cygor. I've done a guide for that, you can go and check that out. But basically a Cygor is a living artillery that throws rocks at people. It's very fun. And then final bit is got the Arcane Conduit, which is an augment spell that lasts for 40 seconds. You want to keep this running because it's free to cast, it lasts for 40 seconds, and it's another power reserves and power recharge rate. So this guy can cast a lot of spells. Now let's go and kill some Bretonnians. We're going to get destroyed here, by the way, just to let you know, because he's not a fighting character and he's not going to be breaking, I think there's 4 units of spearmen. Should we do what I just suggested and create a Cygor? Shall I go for that first? Will we have enough mana to cast? Yeah, let's make a buddy. We need some friends. We need somebody that can tank for us in this little battle that we're about to do. And hello, my name is Steve. I am your friendly Cygor. I love the animation. Very cool. Right, here we go. So there's our swordsman. Cygors have a very, very long range, so we can start peppering there. Basically artillery with 400 range. Very, very good. We can devolve them to give them... I want to cast... How much power is there? 7. Okay. Let's go for a Vial Tide. They're very good. It doesn't do massive amount of damage, but it does disrupt the enemy line. The enemy, unless it's an instant, will... Look at that. There's people who've just disappeared. Somebody just shot miles away. And as you can see, we're whittling down the enemy, and then we're going to go for, once we get close enough, we're going to go for a breath weapon. So the way you'd use this guy in battle, obviously you've got some artillery shots you can use with the explosion, you can use the debuff. My biggest thing, I like to make sure he's behind your sort of with your troops, because he does give those bonuses to leadership, and he's also got some really strong debuffs and buffs, so make sure you're using that. Where are we going to go for it? Where are we going to go for it? We're going to get killed in any second, so we're trying to hit the hit. Here we go. Let's try that. Didn't do a massive amount of damage, did it? Right, now I can run away behind the Cygor. Cygor, help me! Cygors are good artillery pieces, but they can also fight a bit, but it will go down quite quickly. Let's go for another Vial Tide here, just to try and slow him up a little bit. This will be quite nice, hopefully. Oh yeah. So we did a fair amount of damage versus him. Oh, forgot to use that, which I told you to use. So we'll see him in combat now. So I'll show you how quickly. So a unit of just very standard, bog standard spearmen, almost at full strength. We're going to charge in like a crazy person. We're going to go for a cheeky little debuff. But as you see, he'll take some people down, but if he's surrounded like this, he is going to struggle. So hopefully, as they're just swamping him now, he's getting swamped. He kind of stands out with those giant wings. See, he's doing alright, but the leadership is pretty low on him. Just being surrounded, even though he's kicking some arse, is going to take him down. So, like I said, it's a pretty standard, easy way to use. You're buffing your own units. I like to cast, get the Cygor up and running nice and early on, and then use those buffs, especially, what's it called? The Mantle of Gerak, which is huge. Cast it on a unit of Minotaurs, it's hilarious. Especially if you're going against something that's already quite wussy, and it just kills, it just destroys. Right, let's go for a break. Can we do a short range spray screen before I run away? I'm going to run away, I'm going to run away. Oh no, did a bit of damage. There we go. We're about to run. Here they go. We did alright. Me and my buddy Steve the Cygor did alright. There you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed my mini little guide to Malagor. He's a very, very good character, and he's got my favourite magical lore, so I do use him a lot. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like the video if you did. Subscribe if you want more videos like this. I've done video guides for every single unit in the game so far, and I'll continue to do so with all the DLCs and stuff like that. So, I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.